guys! So, from the 27th of February to the 5th of March this week, it is Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And for those of you who don't know, Eating Disorder Awareness Week is basically one of those weeks where people try to raise awareness about eating disorders and misconceptions and stereotypes, and try to get people talking about it and try to get people to understand, so that eating disorders are at the forefront of everything and everyone's mind, and just honestly just try and get people to understand, because it's very difficult trying to get people to understand about mental illness, particularly in any day and age. And the more we talk about it, the more people can understand. Now, as all of you know, I am very passionate about eating disorder awareness, eating disorder recovery, and just trying to ease out those misconceptions and stereotypes of eating disorders, and try to make other people who are going to venture into recovery or who are in recovery and don't know what's going on. I like that feeling to make them feel safe and welcome and just basically more calm about recovery. And this has all stemmed from my own recovery background. For those of you who have seen, I have made a video on my recovery binge eating story about how I was treated by my mental health team for having recovery binge eating, which is where only 1 in 3 anorexics get it. I do like that statistic. And it's basically where your body is just happy that you started eating again, and so it makes you eat more than usual. And it depends on who you are, when the binges happen, or if they ever happen. But I was one of those people who got the binges, and mine happened every day of my recovery, and I thought it was okay. And then my mental health team were basically saying they didn't treat me well around it. They didn't know what was going on. They basically thought that I was going to get fat and that I was going to be awful and horrible and stuff, and it was just awful and nasty experience for me. I also didn't have any of the support like you would get. Like, I didn't get a meal plan at all. I wish I had that sometimes. As part of me, it's like, I wonder what would happen if I had that. I wonder what would have happened if I had like some really nice support from it, or some actual direction to do things. And also the thing that got me was that once I started recovering, and they just sort of like, once I put on all that weight, like, you know, like you have this like a weight that you have to get on, and then they're like, right, that's it, fine, you can go and live your life, and you're like, oh no, I need help, you know, like my head. It realised like the team was so solely focused on my weight. They forgot that I was still a recovering anorexic. They assumed, oh, the weight is on and she's so much better, when clearly just because how I look doesn't determine what's going on up here. I still have a voice, and that voice is telling me really awful and nasty stuff. And I didn't feel like they wanted to know about that or get to know me as a person, and I felt very socially isolated from them, and I just got even worse during my recovery. I did have to leave them due to circumstances which I don't think I'll express in this video. It's for a separate video, but that is why eating disorder recovery, or just eating disorder awareness, is so important, because there are so many different ways to recover, and it's so unique to the individual. And just to hear people's stories about what they've been through, or the misconceptions that they've had. My misconceptions are that people say I'm too fat to have an eating disorder just because of the way I look, and I am so into the fact that it doesn't matter what weight you are, you can have an eating disorder at any weight or any shape. It's not always to do with your weight, it's to do with the mind and like what the brain is telling you and stuff, because people can't detect that unless they really know you. And so I'm so passionate of giving the support and the help that I didn't get to people. And I hope I'm doing a good job at that, guys. I really hope I am. And that is why eating disorders are a big thing in my life, and why I'd like to push for them to be seen as much as a physical illness. Like, any mental illness should be seen just as equal as a physical illness, and I'd love to see that. I don't know anything in other countries because I'm from the UK, don't know if you can tell by the accent, but I am from the UK. And if you are in the UK, I know over the course of this week what you can do. You can get involved by going onto Beat's website and just seeing what they have on there at the moment. It's just such an amazing, brilliant website, and I've always loved Beat for everything because it is a charity, British charity registered for beating eating disorders, and they do so much for people. They have a hotline and a helpline for people who you can just ring up and just have a talk to, basically, about what's going on with your brain and how you want to. They're also open over Christmas as well, because Christmas is such a stressful time for people with anorexia or any other eating disorder, and I just love the charity so much. They get it. They get it. On the 3rd of March, Beat are having their Wear Silly Socks selfies for eating disorder awareness, and here are my socks. I bought my socks over the course of the internet. Sorry, I do have words, I just can't remember what they are. No, I do remember what they are. These are off the Beat website. These cost £4, and the donation, it's a donation to Beat, the charity, which I'm really happy that it went there. I needed these, and I will be wearing these over the course of not only on Friday but also the course of the week as well, because I want to raise awareness for my eating disorders and just generally be an activist. So you can do that as well, and all the website for Beat and the hashtag I will put in the description bar. This thing here, I'll put it in it below. The description bar below, I shall put it in, so you can have a look and then see what Beat's all about, and also look at what you can do on Friday the 3rd of March. And I hope this video was informative and really helpful for you guys, really, because I feel like sometimes I make some really awful videos, but I hope this is okay for you all. And I will see you in my next video whenever that one comes out. Okay, bye!